And we want to thank you guys for coming back for an update with what happened at MDCC. Please share this. And for those who may not know, we did have one of our supporters, to update us and let us know that a statement has been made by the university. And it is on the screen right here. Let me read it for you. Hey, Watsky. It says incident on Mississippi Delta Community College Moorhead campus, December the 5th, 2024, 4:48 p.m. And I don't know if you all remember, but I was calling for a press release at about 4:50. I said, hey, we need a press release like right before 5 o'clock. And so they made it happen. I don't know if they were listening or not, but it is imperative that we get an official word out to the community. It says on Thursday, December the 5th, at approximately 3:30 p.m., MDCC campus police were alerted to a shooting on the Moorhead campus at the Edwards Stone Street Men's Residence Hall. A male student has been airlifted to UMMC in Jackson and is in stable condition. A suspect has been apprehended by law enforcement. The investigation is ongoing and could lead to additional arrests. The Mississippi Delta Community College Moorhead campus is on lockdown until the end of the semester, with checkpoints placed at all entrances to campus. More information will be released as updates occur, and we will hold them to the fact that they say they are going to give us more updates, because it is necessary that we get those updates. And we are so glad now that we're no longer saying allegations, even though we had eyewitnesses and people who were on the scene giving their encounter of what happened, saying what happened. Now we're hearing that people are even going as far as to say there were switchers. Okay, they had a gun that would shoot so fast, and then not only that, what this press release is not saying. And if you can hear me, please click the like. If you can hear me, please click the like. And if you are trying to comment, you're going to have to do it on the professional side of the Mike Magazine on Facebook or YouTube. Now, um, let me get back here. What the press release is not saying is that there are other people who were possibly wounded. And that's what we were told. Some other people were possibly hurt in the process. And now I don't know if they were a target or if those bullets were, it was like a ricochet uh, type of thing that happened and the bullet just hit someone else. But this press release has yet to say if other people were wounded. Now, they did say the investigation is ongoing and could lead to additional arrests, right? Additional people could be arrested, meaning that even though they have apprehended somebody, a suspect, person of interest, a suspect, they're saying that other people could possibly be arrested. Now, where was the person apprehended by law enforcement? We don't know, but what we do know is that it is said that the person was headed towards Washington County. Don't know how true that is. And again, we have to deal with it as allegations. But so far, the sources that we've had have been reliable. Waski says gun violence really makes me sad, especially with the youth of the nation. And it is said that this happened at a dorm, right? We were told earlier that it happened at a dorm. We put that comment up, and that was Nikayla Murray who gave us that information. And I tell you once, I tell you again, Nikayla Murray is a reliable source, especially when it's dealing with MDCC. But listen, we are grateful to those who did make us aware of what was happening while it was going on. And we wanted to come back and make our people aware of the fact that an official statement has been issued. Everybody is not aware of that, right? And so I want to do my due diligence and make certain that I come back as a journalist and make you aware of the actual updates, official updates. See, it's one thing for people to come and say, hey, this is what we saw, this is what we heard. But it's another thing to actually get an official statement. And for that, we are grateful. Thank you so much for tagging the Mike magazine and making us aware that a statement had been issued. Again, everybody who was involved in making everybody aware, because it has been shared over 300 times, right? On different platforms. So we're grateful that the word did go out in such a manner that people were alerted and we didn't have anybody else. Now, the good thing about this press release, this official statement from Mississippi Delta Community College, we do have an update on the person who was allegedly shot. Okay. And they said that the student had been airlifted to UMMC in Jackson and is in stable condition. And so we want to keep the person, that student, in mind, in our thoughts and in our prayers, along with their family members, okay, and their friends who they probably have met along the way while they were in college. Man, this goes deeper than the person who's in stable condition. And, we tell our children to get an education, you know, go off to college, but we still have to make certain that we are praying for them and their friends, right? Find out what interests a child. They'll forget about guns. That's right. That's right, Waski. Yes, and this is, in fact, good news coming from the community college. This is really good news. And seemingly, law enforcement worked diligently to apprehend the suspect. And in the days to come, maybe in the next coming hours, we'll have more information that we can update you guys on. And again, thank you so much for everybody who worked together to collaborate on the active shooting incident that happened on the campus of MDCC right here in Moorhead, Mississippi. Thank you all so very much. We don't take it for granted. And please continue to tag the Mike magazine. Let us know when things are happening. That way we can bring it to people in such a way that they can share it. We can go live. We can give them up to date play by play as we get it. And again, our sources are pretty much reliable and we're grateful to our sources. And we want to ask you guys to please go and subscribe to us on YouTube. YouTube is where I like to go back and watch the replay of what it is that we put out. That way we can watch it on a bigger screen and you can actually walk up to the TV and read for yourself. If you have issues with reading, on a smaller screen, that platform over on YouTube is our backup channel. And we're grateful that you guys are supporting us on all platforms. I would bet you've been to college. You media skill that I bet you learned in college. Exactly. This is what I went to school for. And there are things that some people who learn overnight and do things, and nothing against them, but we had to learn the important stuff. We had to learn about ethics. We had to learn how to treat people and how to say these are allegations. We can't say things that are matter of fact if we don't have an official statement. And right here, we do have an official statement. Um, Man, listen, everybody, and the thing about it, I don't think Peter Jennings, who was one of the best journalists around to do it, I don't think he ever went to college to be a journalist. Some of the greatest journalists who we have studied when I was in college didn't go to college. And matter of fact, when Peter Jennings typed, he typed with his index fingers only. But we're so grateful. Um, about the fact that he paid his contribution to journalism. And that's what I plan to do, continue to do on an independent level. Man, I'm just grateful that you guys are helping us to get the word out. Hey, Barber College, that's where my stepson is right now. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please share this. We're not going to keep you long. We did share some information with you all in the meantime about some things that were happening in the city of Greenville. And we're going to take you out with that. Now, they voted for no confidence for a board that was allegedly going behind the backs of the city council and trying to orchestrate an interview process outside of what human resources had already given them permission to do. These are some strong allegations. We want you guys to hear what is going on, because what happened is we have the state auditor in, let me pull that up. Give me just a second. We had the state auditor in our city, right? And this is an ongoing investigation where we investigate the investigation, okay? We investigate the investigation of the allegations and everything else, okay? All of the above. And there was a vote of no confidence. And so we're going to take you guys out with that video. And we want to say thank you so much for tuning in. And we're trying to keep you aware of everything that is happening in Greenville. We found out how the city of Greenville got involved in Parks and Recs.
For the then Parks Director. Following these findings on June 24th, 2022, the then Parks Director resigned as Parks and Recreation Director. After that resignation, the city faced numerous financial demands, including requests from ticket reimbursements from attendees, reimbursement claims from hotel stays and artists, refund demands from event sponsors, and unpaid invoices from radio stations and sound technicians seeking compensation from the damaged equipment. We also was threatened suit by that sound technician. These liabilities forced the city council to furlough or lay off park and recreation staff while conducting a full accounting to assess whether the department's budget could cover payroll expenses.
If that doesn't explain enough, take a listen to what happened next.
The attorney at the time, who is our current city attorney, provided the then Parks Director with clear directives to ensure compliance with state laws and minimize liability. The city attorney recommended purchasing event insurance, obtaining Parks Commission approval for all contracts, securing at least 2 quotes for expenditures over $5,000, developing an inclement weather plan, and requiring vendors to hold liability insurance. Days before the festival, the attorney conducted a financial assessment. You all was provided with that as and advised the Park Commission to postpone or cancel the event. Based upon those findings, proceedings would have doubled the city's losses.
Again, for some of those who may seem a little bit confused, there was an assessment conducted and recommendations that were ignored, according to the audio from the Facebook page for City of Greenville. Regular board meeting for December the 3rd.
Proceeding with the festival would have doubled the losses. Despite that recommendation by the attorney, the Park Commission excluded the city attorney at the time, current city attorney, the city clerk, was excluded from that meeting.
Who said it was okay to exclude the city's attorney and the clerk from the meeting?
That based upon this memo was an illegal executive session and decided to proceed with the festival, ultimately leading to significant financial loss to the city and taxpayers of the city of Greenville.
The first part of the audio leaves no room for error as it relates to how the city was involved with this deficit.
Recent developments. The current Park Commission, the current commissioners have begun searching for a new park director.
Whose idea was it to search for a new park director? And was the former director approached by those commissioners?
And commissioner, the chair of the Park Commission, current Park Commission right now, has repeatedly sought to involve the former Parks Director in the process, including inviting that former Park Director to an interview outside of the established schedule. The HR department provided a schedule. the current chair added the then park director to the schedule, even though he was not on the schedule.
We've been wondering, and here's the part where Shad White comes in.
During the executive session, based on this memo, the attorney advised the chair and other commissioners that that former director possesses the liability to the city due to the state auditor's investigation, the state auditor's findings, and efforts to recover funds lost due to that former director's malfeasance remaining ongoing, and also the previous disregard to directors from the attorney, placing the city at risk. Following that meeting, one or more, we'll strike that, but we'll strike that. Information was shared in an alleged executive session, and based upon this correspondence, one or more commissioners disclosed discussions that were held in that closed session, prompting the then director to write a correspondence indicating an intent to sue the city.
Wait a minute, we're getting this fresh off the press.
Additionally, the current Park Commission has violated Open Meetings Act by conducting 2 meetings to interview candidates without proper public notice. They were admonished, particularly the current Parks chair was admonished by the current city attorney to do proper notices. The third meeting was delayed to do that required notice so it could be published. These meetings lack minutes, as no one was present to take notes. Only after the city attorney's intervention did the current park director chair invite a note taker to document the proceedings. However, that note taker was excused during another alleged, it says unlawful executive session, during which the commissioners voted to rehire the previous park director. So there was a vote according to this memo. The park commissioners' repeated defiance of Open Meetings Act, its continued disregard for legal advice, highlight a pattern of incompetence that endangers the city's welfare. Legal basis. Pursuant to Mississippi Code annotated 213733, the governing authorities of the city of Greenville, which is the city council, have the authority to remove any park commissioner for inefficiency, incompetence, or any cause. The commissioner's actions include repeated violations of the Open Meetings Act, disregard for legal advice, and ongoing advocacy for rehiring of the previous park director despite previous malfeasance. All constitute clear examples of incompetence that warrant their removal. Recommendations. All right. 1, a vote of no confidence. Move, if the council so chooses, can move for a vote of no confidence of a removal of 1, multiple, or all commissioners citing specific reasons for their removal. 2, rescind any offers, retract any offer of employment made to any previous director by the Parks Commission. Conclusion. The Park Commission's recent actions demonstrate a pattern of efficiency and incompetence that has already cost the city significantly. Removing the responsible commissioners or the commission as a whole is necessary to safeguard the city's interests and ensure future compliance with the law.
I'll respond to you, yes, Ms. Kingdom. So the way I see it is we appoint, and once we appoint, then we wash our hands of it until it puts us in a position of danger. And with the situation, we never thought the situation would arise that this board would put us in a situation where we could get in trouble. We are going back to still there's an open investigation, I guess, is for lack of better words, going on. There's still money not collected. There's still money that people owe, and I don't feel confident to put, if these guys are willing to, and they're all friends of mine. I know everybody on that board. I mean, we put them on there. But if they don't feel enough respect for us to put us in that position, to go out and put us in trouble,
Placing the city at
placing the city at risk, we've already lost the city 300,000. I'm not going to be responsible because I have a friend on there or a buddy that I put on there, and I don't want, they're not doing right according to this. And I know because I got people on there, they have not had people taking notes. They've had not displayed their meetings 3 hours beforehand. That's all wrong. So, and then they go back and get somebody that we're in trouble for. And I love Corey. Corey's a friend of mine, but it's not right for the people of city to put our city and the city council through that. That's my opinion.
I mean, I certainly understand. I mean, I'm not illiterate, and it's not that I don't understand exactly what it is. Let's be clear on that. I have had many conversations with the attorney concerning this issue, so I can be clear as to what the conversation is. But my point is, again, like I forestated, we said one thing in the beginning, now we say another thing now. So I just want to be clear. So the decision that I make, I have to live with. I have to live with that decision. When I go home tonight, I gotta know that I made the right decision, regardless of whether anybody thinks. I have to make sure when I go to sleep tonight, I have to know that I know that I know that I know, as though I do with everything that I do with this city of Greenville, that I have made the best possible decision for the welfare of our people.
It shouldn't be trying to go away. It should be trying to bring some more stuff up. And I was hoping we don't bring some more stuff up and just leave it alone and just go it on.
Yes, sir. We heard you say y'all trying to get officers. Okay, got it. All right, Councilwoman, say she didn't want to go. And so we've heard from everybody. You have the memo. And you all are aware of the Friday letter we received from the attorney, not last Friday from Thanksgiving, but the Friday before, when the attorney wrote us a letter stating she could no longer advise the park commission because they just would not follow legal instructions. And so she wrote us that letter stating she could no longer attend that meeting and she wanted them to have that meeting. So I don't know what it is, but you all received that. And so based upon that, I know some folks indicated, well, I heard about it. And so what's the pleasure of council at this time? I know Robbie was saying we felt we should move forward.
No,
Councilwoman, you did not come.
Councilwoman, I'm sorry, Councilwoman.
I've had several discussions with the attorney, our city attorney, concerning this issue.
Okay,
I've had several conversations with our attorney concerning this matter that was taking place there with the park commissioners. What I don't understand is when all of this incident first happened and we decided that we will move forward, the conversation was held to say that the city council had no involvement with whatever the Greenville Park Commission did from that day forward. But now, all of a sudden, we got everything to do with what the Park Commission done. I mean, whatever they did, my understanding, they have their own board, they're governed by their own bylaws. They do their own thing. The city of Greenville had nothing to do with it. But now, since this has arrived, we got everything to do with it. So what is right and what is wrong? Because I'm confused about it. I don't know what stand should we take? I'm not gonna take a stand for something that I don't understand.
Yes.
If you can help me to understand it better, we were all out beginning of it. Now we all back in at the end of it for different situations that has occurred.
Councilman.
I'll respond to you,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kingdom. So the way I see it is we appoint, and once we appoint, then we wash our hands of it until it puts us in a position of danger. And with the situation, we never thought the situation would arise that this board would put us in a situation where we could get in trouble. We are going back to still, there's an open investigation, I guess, is for lack of better words, going on. There's still money not collected. There's still money that people owe. And I don't feel confident to put, if these guys are willing to, and they're all friends of mine. I know everybody on that board. I mean, we put them on there. But if they don't feel enough respect for us to put us in that position, to go out and put us in trouble,
Placing the city at risk.
placing the city at risk. We've already lost the city 300,000. I'm not going to be responsible because I have a friend on there or a buddy that I put on there, and I don't want, they're not doing right according to this. And I know because I got people on there, they have not had people taking notes. They've had not displayed their meetings 3 hours beforehand. That's all wrong. So, and then they go back and get somebody that we're in trouble for. And I love Corey. Corey's a friend of mine, but it's not right for the people of city to put our city and the city council through that. That's my opinion.
I mean, I certainly understand. I mean, I'm not illiterate, and it's not that I don't understand exactly what it is. Let's be clear
Yes, ma'am.
on that. I have had many conversations with the attorney concerning this issue, so I can be clear
Yes, ma'am.
as to what the conversation is. But my point is, again, like I forestated, we said one thing in the beginning, now we say another thing now. So I just want to be clear. So the decision that I make, I have to live with. I have to live with that decision. When I go home tonight, I gotta know that I made the right decision, regardless of whether anybody thinks. I have to make sure when I go to sleep tonight, I have to know that I know that I know that I know, as though I do with everything that I do with this city of Greenville, that I have made the best possible decision for the welfare of our people. That's all I'm saying. I just need to make sure.
And it's not just Greenville that's in the hot seat. We do have some information coming out of Pearl. Take a listen. Breaking news coming out of Pearl, Mississippi. An unnamed Pearl police officer allegedly took $32,000 from a dead woman. How low can you go? How much lower can you go? This is sick. Just to even be for it to be mentioned. What? Who trained you? Who trained you? Where you learning this at?
About it ain't too much of nothing. We ain't gonna worry about it.
Right, but if I was the family, don't you know I sue the pants off of Pearl?
Right, right. Well, this
Woo!
now they talking about 32,000. And I'm pretty sure the officer they saying took it. I don't think he gonna go down by himself. So
He better go down swinging. That's my
yeah,
only advice.
he better
You
go
better
down.
go down swinging.
One thing I noticed, man, one of those guys, they begged me to take their picture off Facebook. They begged me to take their picture off Facebook.
Wow.
I wonder. That's probably why.
It's more than one. Because Leon, we know when you show up to the scene that it ain't just no one person.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Guess what I was told? Somebody was serving as the lookout.
That sound about right. That sound about right. That sound about right.
But you know what? I hear you say that all the goon squad not locked up.
Nah, that's a fact.
You always say all of them are not locked up.
That's a fact right there. That's a fact.
Listen, why are they not calling names, Leon?
Well, I guess they looking at what the Goon Squad did, and these people scared. You got police officers saying another law enforcement part of the Goon Squad, but they scared to come forward and tell.
But do you remember when we sat in that courthouse, in that courtroom for the sentencing, that attorney was going on and on and on, and he almost told us the name of the other ones.
Right? Yeah, yeah. He basically right there at the head of it.
He was right. He went on and almost said some names.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm told that if you are on that SRT,
Special Task Force Unit or something like that.
yes, if you're
Yeah,
part of that special task force, you go.
yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to be a part of the Rankin County Sheriff Department itself. They just fall under that one umbrella. I don't know how true it is. But for you all tuning in, we got an unnamed, more than one now, unnamed Pearl police officer allegedly took $32,000 from a dead woman. How low can you go? How much lower can you go? This is sick. Just to even be for it to be mentioned. Who trained you? Who trained you? Where you learning this at? Now, there's also problems that have been reported coming out of Hinds County, Jackson, Mississippi. And we want to make you guys aware of that too. So we don't want you to think that we're just harping on one place more so than another. We are across the state and things are going out, and we're making you guys aware of what's going on. Take a listen. I want to shift gears right quick, and we can't have you in the Mississippi Delta without asking you about what's happening in Jackson. We do know that there is going to be an arraignment that happened today. Some federal indictments were handed down right there in Jackson. Can you talk a little bit about that and what it is that you know?
Well, obviously, the charges are very serious. It is early in the process, and because it is an ongoing criminal matter, I don't believe I should make any other comment.
Thank you, Governor.
Jackson residents, it is with great disappointment that I come before you. My legal team has informed me that federal prosecutors have, in fact, indicted me on bribery and related charges. To be clear, I have never accepted a bribe of any type. As mayor, I have always acted in the best interest of the citizens of Jackson. We believe this to be a political prosecution against me, primarily designed to destroy my credibility and reputation within the community. There is no coincidence in its timing being just before the upcoming mayoral race. My legal team will vigorously defend me against these charges. Again, while I am disappointed, I am not deterred. So I ask for your patience and your prayers during this process.
Carlos Moore Law Group, Vanguards for Justice. Carlos Moore Law Group will fight fervently for you. With 22 years of experience, Attorney Moore is a distinguished legal figure, recognized nationwide and beyond for his groundbreaking roles in legal expertise. Carlos Moore Law Group is available 24/7. Check out the web at morebymore.com. A representative is waiting to respond to you. Scan Whether buying or selling a home, Dr. Deborah Dace has the blueprint. At Exit Southern Charm Realty, Dr. Deborah Dace is there to assist you. Dr. Dace is not just a realtor. She's an award-winning realtor who can make investing in your future home a breeze. This process should never be complicated. Allow her to put you in the home of your dreams. And she can also help you sell your home. Either way, enjoy your key to happiness and give Dr. Dace a call today.
Angela Buckner here, the voice behind the mic, Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And now we gotta go. We gotta go.
The Mike Magazine. Facebook is okay.
You look chubby, you're a pretty woman. But eat what you're supposed to eat and don't eat 5 of them. I don't. All right. You know what the Lord gave me to say.
The Mike Magazine. Facebook is okay. However, YouTube is way better. Go follow my mom on YouTube.
That's right.
Like, subscribe, get notified. Timothy Buckner here, a voice behind the mic.
And remember, if you need a professional commercial, let me know. Angela Buckner here, the voice behind the mic.
Hello everybody, we're having after school Bible study. This will only take a little bit of your time. I wonder what Jesus wants us to learn today. Feel free to leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you.